Hello everybody, it is Tom from Alan and Tom, and today I am here with a new video, and it's going to be a different video. I'm actually going to be talking about something, I was planning on making this for a while, but with the video that released a few days ago, I figured now was as good of a time as ever. And, yeah, at the time of recording this came out about 2 days ago, and we're going to go in detail about not only the most recent video that he uploaded, but also some of his other rants in the past, and just why he's so controversial, and why so many people hate him, and so many people love him. Now, we all know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about M&R Productions. He's pretty well known, and I personally have been subscribed for a long time and really love his content. I recommend that you all go watch his videos. They're amazing. A disclaimer, I do not hold any grudge against M&R. This video is purely for the sake of research and for fun. Again, I love his content. We'll be talking about why Ryan is so controversial, mainly focusing on his rants and the reactions to them. I will be, however, ignoring the Brickbuster video about Brick Queen, as that's a whole different jar of worms and more than enough content for a whole nother video. We will start probably with the Black VIP card rant. I feel like this rant was entirely justified. LEGO gave no worthwhile promotions that came as progress, and he didn't try to pin the blame or blow this out of proportion, and I don't think there's much else to say about it. He makes good points, he has direction, he knows what he's doing, and he actually has something that is completely justified and worthy of being ranted about. They made a huge mistake there, and that should have been fixed and wasn't, and he had the right to complain. That's all there is about the Black VIP. I don't think really there's much else to say with that. Now, we'll move on to the Target rant from spring of 2019. This is, in my mind, where kind of the controversy starts, the splitting up of the people, where people start hating on him and calling him entitled and whiny, which in my mind is not accurate. He wasn't able to get the 20th anniversary sets that he intended to buy from Target. They were not street dated originally, and lots of people were buying them early, but by the time he got there, they had been street dated. I don't want to get into details. If you really want to know exactly what happened, then go watch the video. Except you can't, because he took it down from his channel, and that's also why I don't have all the information about it, is because I cannot rewatch it. The problem is, in that some case he sounds whiny, entitled, and like a kid that didn't get his Lego. It's not accurate, and that is what made so many people upset. I think that the way that this happened would have made anyone upset if they had been in Ryan's situation. Maybe he did take it a little far, but I don't really think so. It was a serious problem and mistake, but yeah, maybe a little too far. This is, again, where I feel like the toxicity surrounding each rant video really starts. People were up in arms over this video. Many didn't think it was right of Ryan to complain, and Ryan eventually actually removed this video. I'm assuming it's either unlisted or private, and I'm not exactly sure why, but I can't find it anywhere on YouTube. In his Stranger Things rant, Ryan even admits himself that he may have gone overboard with the whole Target thing, possibly even why he ended up taking it down later. After this, we will next talk about the Stranger Things set rant. This is, again, not being him entitled. Maybe taking it a bit too far, especially as he had already realized and figured out what the problem really was. It was a problem, but in reality, Ryan was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time, and the problem was fixed, and I think that the word rant really should not have been tagged to the video. I don't know. This is probably the weirdest one of the rants to me. It just doesn't seem to fit. The way it happened was different, and the fact that the problem was solved, and it was just, I don't know, I don't really know how to explain it, but this one is still up on his channel, and you can still go and watch the video. So if you want details to see exactly how it played out, again, go watch Ryan's video. After that, I want to talk about the Land Star Destroyer leaks. Now, there was a bit of a gap because there was these Target and Stranger Things rant where like right next to each other. They happened only like a month apart. But there was a large gap between the rants of May and not another one, or at least not another major one, until November. This one's a lot more complicated, and I think that once again, Ryan was almost entirely in the right here, and may have taken it a little bit too far, which seems to be the case with all of these. Now, of the ones I've talked about so far, this is the one I feel is probably the most justified. People were receiving a $700 set for free, and then leaking it when they were not supposed to do that. Ryan also talked about the fact that LEGO was trusting these people to have them early for free, but not him, someone who would never leak anything like that, as it wasn't right. So many people took this the wrong way, saying that he was being like Brick Queen, and complaining that he wasn't getting free stuff. And as Ryan said himself, he's not mad that he's not getting free stuff, he's upset that he's not trusted, when other people that are leaking and exploiting these things are. Too many people saw this as him stroking his ego, that you can't get everything you want, you're just trying to say you're the best, was a comment on the video. But I really don't see it this way. I agree with Ryan here. He was almost entirely in the right, that these people should not be trusted, and the point of the video was not really that he wasn't trusted. The point of the video was more that people were doing it, and that it's wrong, and that they shouldn't do it, and that he was trying to figure out, what was going on, why they were doing it, who was doing it, where they were getting it from. This brings us to the one rant. The one rant that really gets on my nerves. This came out about 2 days ago, and before I start, he still has reason, and he has a point. I just disagree, and that's okay. People have different opinions. And I'm not going to go into his comments and just type, "How dare you, Ryan? You're the worst. You're such an entitled Karen and you sound like an idiot." I think that the people in question that are gatekeeping, quote-unquote, are not necessarily in the right, and are definitely taking things way too far. But Ryan's also taking things too far in the opposite direction. He has the mindset of my opinion is different, which is a good thing, and it's a smart way to try and keep away toxicity. But he also has a lot of, I can do whatever I want, which, although it is technically true, we are in like a free country and whatever, blah, 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 but he doesn't seem to recognize the gatekeeper's reasons. And I personally disagree about the whole who cares about the kids bit. Now, that was just a short bit, but it tickled me the wrong way. I know from personal experience that some people can't just go up to the store when it opens to grab one 501st Battle Pack that they saved money for. You have to wait an hour or two for someone to take you, especially if you're a kid and you can't drive and you have to get your parents to drive you. And you've been saving up the $30 for the past month ever since it got revealed, only to show up and find out that it's been bought by army builders. And look, I'm not shaming army builders. I think it's amazing. I think it's really cool, and it's the only reason we have epic sets like this 501st Battle Pack. If I had the money, I would army build myself. I would probably buy 100 501st Battle Packs. But buying 30 of them on day one, in my mind, is not the way to go. Although he does make the valid point that if everyone waits 6 months, you're just delaying the problem. In my mind, that's not entirely accurate. That if people will wait at least a few weeks, it'll stagger it. It'll be able to have some time for restock, for more to show up. Just make sure that there's at least a few available at each site on the first week. And then after that week, it's a free-for-all. But I'm not saying we should limit people. I'm not saying you can't buy more than 5. That's just wrong. I'm saying maybe stop a minute. If you're in a physical store, stop a minute before you dump every single copy of the set into your shopping cart and think about the people who also want it. In general, Ryan's amazing. He's a nice guy, and I'd love to know him more on a more personal level. Don't take this video the wrong way. No matter what happens, I simply ask that we treat each other with respect, that we try to see things from the other side before jumping to conclusions. Thanks for watching. Go sub to Ryan and M&R Productions, and we'll be back in a bit of a jiffy.